Hi you guys, thanks for registering. I wanted to give you a quick walkthrough on the indicator that we are offering you for free. It's a modification of the original Midas curve with some adjustments to make placing the start point and the upper and lower channel lines a little easier for you. I'm going to go ahead and okay, so this is your primary curve, the black line, and then the two blue lines are your lower and your upper channel lines. To adjust those, you just have to nudge these numbers right here. If the lower channel line is too low, then you might increase this number, and the same for the upper channel line. So you can kind of nudge them along. The start point of the primary curve, which is where all three of these start from, you need to put in the date, a start time, and an end time. Okay, pretty simple. Takes a little bit of effort, and part of why I created a video here is to show you our enhancements to this indicator. So an indicator that we created that will allow for a much quicker placement. So when you see certain things developing, you can go ahead and quickly modify the placement of all of the primary curve as well as the upper and lower channel lines. And so you can see I had an idea here once this broke higher that this pivot, the one prior to this break above this, this pivot high here, was going to potentially provide support. So I went ahead and quickly modified the position there. And you can see this curve really nicely held support through there. We have a break higher, a pullback, and provides a great support zone to trade off of, possibly on the same time frame, possibly on a shorter time frame. There's a lot of ways to use this flexible Midas curve, and we will be going over different approaches to that on the inside. So if you are interested in this, please click the buy button below. The indicator is $49 and it's a one-time fee. I will be happy to have you as a member, and I look forward to talking to you on the in the members area. Thank you. I also just wanted to point out a simple way of utilizing this indicator, particularly when you're trading off an important higher time frame level, is to simply use the Heikinashi as a trigger to enter. So you have a test and a green Heikinashi. You want it to be a smaller bar, but that's actually a really, in a trending situation, this is a great trigger. So you have very limited risk if you're placing your stop just a little bit below this last test down and test of the support area. And just to give you a little bit more of a heads up on how helpful this indicator can be, you can see again here perfect support, and again here perfect support. And from a trade exit perspective, you can see that if we calibrated to this upper curve, it gives us some really excellent potential, target zones. So if we had bought in this pullback or in here or even further down on this original test of this primary pivot support, we could start using this type of a thing to gauge exiting part of our position or even all of our position, depending on the sentiment. And you can see here, had we calibrated to this pivot high, this would have been, a decent place to start looking to exit or to just take part of the position off. Once we created a new high, then obviously recalibrating to that high would have given us excellent exit locations. And then you can see even as far out, much further out, well, relative to this time frame, provide a great resistance in here.